Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our weekly Plan With Me sessions. We are doing our sunflower theme. Now, this right here, we are using our Define Planner for this. I have right now pinned this same version, but it will start in August 2025. So, which is just in like 2 weeks, if you can believe that. I really can't. It's kind of insane. And so every Monday at 11 a.m., we host these Plan With Me sessions where we come together and I will set up my week in this planner. I encourage you guys to bring your own planner, set it up with me, and this will give you that sense of accountability as well. And every Friday, I also post in our TikTok stories a theme for 2 theme options, and I have everyone vote on which theme they want to see. This week's winner, hey Jenna, was sunflower. So we will be doing a sunflower theme. This right here, I went ahead and I gathered some inspiration for us. So I wanted to just show you what I'm thinking. I really liked this idea of the sunflowers in the vases. I thought that would be such a perfect addition with the little bee. That is so cute. So I'm picturing this in my head as like just full of bright energy and good vibes. And then I also grabbed this one. This one's a little brighter. You can see there's a lot of different options. I'm picturing some live schedules going really nicely with this one. And of course, these right here, you'll see are daisies, but we will be using sunflowers in here. I just thought that might help with some extra inspiration. Good morning, Spooky. Good morning, Brenda. And then I also, again, just some more sunflowers. Another cool concept, if we need it, would be sunflowers in Polaroids. I feel like this just adds a nice energy to it. It gives us something new to try, which is always fun. And I also wanted to add a bee. I actually was thinking I don't know if necessarily they go together, but they're both yellow, and I would say why not just do both. So this was a really cute bee I saw here too, as well as some sun doodles if we need that. But sunflowers were the winner of this week's theme. So we're going to go ahead and dive in. I really like this one. Okay, let's dive in. Let's do this. And if anyone needs help with drawing them, I did find this how-to for you that might help. So if you would like to screenshot that or anything, I encourage you to do so just to help you walk through. How is everyone doing today? What are you guys setting up your planners with me? What theme, if you're choosing to do one, are you doing? This was our beach theme from last week. So let's flip to today. Now, this is going to be our last, or I guess technically next week will be our last week of fitness for our goals. And then I think it's going to be time to change it up because we've been focusing on our fitness for a while and we're feeling pretty confident with it. But we're going to start off. I'm going to grab the yellow. They're going to look amazing. Oh my gosh, Spooky, you got this. I know you can. I'm going to start off by grabbing that lemon yellow zebra mild liner, and I'm going to highlight our goals section. I feel like this would be a fun way to connect even more and make it pop. We're going to be using a lot of yellow, which I absolutely love this yellow. I don't know what it is. It's just the perfect lemon yellow. And I wanted to just go like that. And so when it comes to deciding what pathway focus you are working on this week, it's really helpful to refer back to the monthly. Oh, yes, I would use your click art pen. That's going to work perfectly for that. I like to refer back to our monthlies. So we have been working on fitness and specifically working on finding a weekly routine. So we are going to keep that going for this week. It's going to be the second and last week of working on our fitness, which is exciting. So inside here, I'm trying to decide how I picture this looking. What are you all working on this week? It's really nice to share those goals and get that extra sense of accountability with each other. That's one big component to making sure that you are reaching your goals. For this, actually, we're going to write in a brown to give it that inside of a sunflower look. So I'm going to write fitness right here. I'm going to do it in cursive. I love using cursive. And so this right here, again, we are using that Define Planner to focus on our goals. Every week we break them down. So if you've tuned in before, you know that we've been working a lot on our fitness / health and wellness goals. And we've been making such great progress that it's amazing to see. So we are going to continue. Hey, Kelly, good morning. Hey, Mess called Jess. Ooh, Mess said, sorry, let me go back. What did you say? You said you're teaching your first art class, so I need to get all the supplies for that. Yes. Make sure to keep a list going. I recommend your to-do list and get something checked off every week. That's going to make you feel ready and prepared. When do your classes start? And then I'm going to go right over here, and I'm going to add this one right over here. Now, I want to do, because we are doing a sunflower theme. Ooh, you got it. Do you have your planner yet? Because I know a lot of teachers like the B5 with the planning pouch. So I just wanted to make sure this one has been really popular with teachers. Good morning, Galena. Jenna on here too was the one who commented on that. Let's see. When it comes to the background here. Oh, yes, it did, Spooky. I don't know why. That's so frustrating. Oh, okay. So what's really nice about these is you are going to have a lot of room to keep track of all your classes. And so I just wanted to flip to the difference in that B5 for you as well. And, ooh, how's that been going, Spooky? And so this will be that size difference when it comes to that B5 in the back, which you'll be able to keep all of your classes straight in here, which can be very overwhelming, but so exciting. Art was always such a fun class. And so I wanted to make sure I just showed you this as well. Oh my gosh, there is no worries. That's what we're also here for. What's really neat too is that you'll be able to flip back to your monthlies as well, and every week be able to apply, okay, what are the concepts that we're trying to work on in art class this week? Which, whether it's abstract, what grades do you teach? Oh, oh no. That's so frustrating. Have you been finding another way to go about getting in any movement, or are you feeling a little stuck? Like maybe going a little earlier in the morning would help? Also, I wanted to make sure that you're using the fitness tracker to keep track of when you're doing the daily walks. Wait, that's amazing. Wait, that sounds so fun. Aw, Courtney, yay, welcome to the community. That is so incredible. Honestly, adult painting class sounds so fun. I love that. This will definitely help you stay organized then in terms of that monthly planning as well. You got this. Oh, wait, I'm so excited. Okay. When it comes to breaking down your monthly and weekly action items, I've been trying to think about how I want the background to look as well. I can't decide if I want to do... I really liked last week how we did this little thing, so I wanted to maybe do something similar, and we're going to make it look like a sunflower. Wait, that's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to start... Is this too dark? Let's see. We're going to actually start with I'm going to grab actually my stapler pen. I'm trying to decide if I want these to actually be sunflowers or if I want them to be like, I feel like that would be cool. So we're going to do that. So instead of, we're going to stick with the brown. Sorry, jumping. Our monthly action item is what we decided on when we were setting up our monthly calendars together. And so in this instance, I want to just flip back real quick and make sure we have the exact one. It is going to be find a weekly routine for fitness. So that is what we are carrying over each week. So that way we are breaking it down into a weekly action item. And the purpose of this is to, in your planner, you'll be able to visualize your progress, but also take that intimidation factor because it is so easy to set goals. But the hard part is making sure that you actually accomplish them. And the reason why is usually because, one, they might not really align with your purpose, your lifestyle, and what really matters to you. And so through this, you are actually breaking them down. You're first setting goals that truly resonate with you, because you'll have self-reflective prompts that help you think about things you might not have thought of. Like, what truly are your core values, your routines that you want to establish, your activities, hobbies, things like that. And so then your umbrella goals that you set are going to be truly aligned with who you are and what it is you want to accomplish. So now when it comes to your monthly and weekly, you have to take that intimidation factor out of it, because that is why oftentimes we don't actually accomplish them too, is that we're a little intimidated. They're scary. How do you start a goal that is going to take you a long time to accomplish, you know? And so in this case, you are making consistent progress over time, and that is the key right there. This is not exactly how I pictured this looking, but we're going to embrace it and see how this turns out. So Spooky shared that her goal is to try to get a walk in every day, which is so amazing and something that I've been trying to do in my own life. And what's always tricky is, like she was saying, when it's really hot out. So sometimes it's taking a step back and seeing, okay, so what could I maybe do differently? Is if you have that ability and maybe it's not too hot a little earlier in the day, that's a great way to do it. Rather than just giving up entirely, it's finding little ways to work around it. Easier said than done, but challenging yourself to see if, maybe if I just wake up a little earlier, then I can accomplish that goal. So our monthly action item is to establish a consistent fitness routine. I'm trying to decide what color I want to write it in. I don't think I have a brown Pilot pen or a brown pen in general that's not like a stapler pen. And I'm thinking I want it to pop a little more. So let's just use the yellow for this. So establish a consistent fitness routine. And so I want to flip back to last week and see what we worked on. So last week, we worked on doing daily walks and lightweight exercise 3 times a week. So I found myself somewhat successful. I felt a little harder to keep myself on track with all of them just because I found that things were getting a little busy. And so I want to really challenge myself this week to make sure I do that. Can you guys read this okay? Or is that yellow a little tricky? I'm going to stick with it, but moving forward, I'll make sure to not use this too much. So I'm going to break this down into first sticking with those daily walks. I love it. Spooky, you're on the same journey as I am right now with those daily walks. And then the second thing is going to be, I need to do those exercises. Let's say, I think I can do 3 times a week. I think that's going to work. And then we are going to go just like this. How was everyone's weekend, by the way? Did anyone do anything fun? I went to the beach on Saturday, which was actually my first beach day of the year, and it was amazing. Couldn't have asked for a better day. And then just round that corner here. There is a chance I come back and outline this, but I don't know if I'm going to do it right now. Oh, why do you keep... That's so frustrating, Spooky. I don't know how to fix that. Oh, that's so fun, Grains. What is your country fair like? What does that mean? Actually, I might just outline it now. I never know why it's blocking you, Spooky. Like, that's so weird. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I read that as country fair. I was like, wait, what's a country fair? A county fair. Yes, I have been to one. So sorry. Oh, yes, Mess. Hey, Mel. Jess asked, any suggestions for areas for social media tracking? Now, are you trying to track, are you in terms of creating content or like screen time? Because I have different suggestions based on which one you are referring to. Oh no, that's awful, Jenna. Creating content. Okay, so first I also wanted to tell you that on our Red, I did a specific live going over for creating content. One thing I recommend is, oh my gosh, that's amazing. I definitely have some recs. So the first thing I would do is identifying your purpose behind it. So is it awareness, whatever that might be? That is what you're going to make your word of the month. So just starting there to make sure that you know this is my ultimate why behind this. And then what I would also recommend doing is you can use this fitness tracker to track what type of videos you want to make. So if it's educational, if it's brand awareness, and then on these days you can use, for example, let's say that instead of push-ups, it was educational. This green would be for educational videos. And let's say instead of golfing for purple, it was brand awareness. That would be added in there. Then on your monthlies, so what I do is, this is all of our lives that are set in stone for the month of July. But I would actually go through and I would write what type of video you want to post that day, carried over from your fitness tracker. And you can plan it out in depth on your weeklies. That's going to help give you that overview of what type of content you're posting, but then breaking it down even further. I would go as far to say titles. Titles in here, what it's for, so that way you are always having that why behind it. Good morning, Cindy. And in the back of your planner is where I would also recommend having a list of any inspiration that comes. So if you're ever doing a brainstorming session on different videos you want to make, that is a great idea for the notes section. But we also have that in-depth content creation video on our Red. Absolutely. That's under our TikTok Lives playlist. So make sure to check that out as well. That one was really helpful. Someone asked the same question, so we did a full walkthrough there. Oh, amazing. Now, the next thing I always like to do is I add in our live schedule. That is what I like to do first when it comes to our weekly planning. For this, I had a couple thoughts. The first was that because I like them to all be color-coded, but I was wondering if I did a bee. I know our theme is sunflowers, so I want to have a lot of sunflowers, or do you do different types of sunflowers? I guess that's kind of the idea. Some could be sideways, some could be top, because it doesn't have to be the exact same. Let's see. Oh, I'm sure it's amazing, Spooky. Do the bee? Okay, we'll do a bee. Oh my gosh, no, I'm sure your sunflower looks absolutely fabulous. Oh, this is the bee that we're going to use. Actually, I will keep it like this. Just so you can all see it. Okay. So I'm going to do an outline in all of these with that black Sharpie pen. Oh my gosh, wait, I have such a cute idea, actually. Hold on. Taking a step back, so sorry. We are going to start, I wanted to use for our fitness schedule, it will be that brown block with, I'm thinking like similar to down here, just a little different. So we're going to use a different yellow. We're going to use the Sherbert yellow mild liner. And I'm going to go just like this. This is going to be so cute. Okay. Can you guys see that? Is that showing up? Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. I cannot wait, Cindy. I'm so excited. You're going to love it. Okay. oops, sorry, wrong one. And then this will give us, this is all in Eastern time, by the way. So if you are adding this to your own planner, I am doing 7 o'clock Eastern, for example. So this was last night, start the week with Define. And we have some big stuff coming up, which I'm really excited about in terms of classes. And then I'm going to draw a little bee. For every one of them, they're going to look just a little different in terms of where they're coming from. I really liked how cute this bee was. There were different options, but this one just felt like the cutest. And we're going to go just like this. And then keep going like that. Wait, this is so cute. Okay, this is gonna work. Oh, amazing. Jess, I'm so glad. Welcome to the Define community. We do this all the time too. So like if there's ever any questions or anything like that, just let me know. That's what I'm here for. I am so excited for you to get that. Oh, you got the Tranquils. Such a great choice. And you got this, girl. You belong here. So I'm so excited to see where this takes you. Then this is right now 11 o'clock. This is our plan with me. You know what I think I should start? No, I guess I don't need to. Never mind. I was going to say maybe I'll start writing the theme, but you can kind of see the theme, so I don't need to. Here, I'm thinking we do a little bee. I'm going to do a heart, or we're going to try to do a heart. See how this goes. Wait, that's so cute. I'm obsessed. A little tail. Kelly, right? No, you should. Maybe I will. Honestly, I might. I love that. Because your first theme, you've already decided, right? It's your goal. You're going to do a golden hour, which is going to be so cute. I think that's such a creative way to incorporate the planner in it. Wait, this is adorable. And then we're going to go back at the end and color it in yellow. Spooky, that's the energy I like. Yes, I want you to love it. We need to not be so hard on ourselves because I'm sure it's absolutely amazing. No way. Wait, that's so great, Kelly. Did you start the monthly as well? Because I always recommend that you set up that monthly first, okay? That's going to really help you too. Okay. I can't wait. Oh, wait. Here. Yeah, this is the monthly. Okay. Just checking. Gotta make sure. That's so incredible. Oh, you guys, this is about to be a good second half of the year. Okay. Anything, which section in particular? In terms of, is it like on the monthlies? Is it on the weeklies? Is it section 1? I love that. I saw a TikTok and I thought of you. It was how there should be a summer Halloween, and I don't remember what they called it, but it was like, oh, spooky. This is exactly you. Summerween probably was what it was called. Let's do this down here. This is a cute little bee. Because I feel like this still fits with the sunflower theme. I like to somehow incorporate different elements. Your June month was Summerween. Wait, that's amazing. You have some Halloween up already? Stop. Like for decorations? Spooky. Oh my word. Wait, that's hysterical. I am honestly not that big of a Halloween person. I like giving it out. Like, I'm not someone who, I just like never really loved wearing costumes. I like it for the kids, of course, but that's kind of where my love ends. Wait, do you think that the face shouldn't have been yellow? No, I want the face to be yellow. Oh, okay, that's fair. I mean, I love fall. It's fall, y'all, you know? And I like the doodles of it. The ghost doodles are my favorite. I should not have colored the face yellow. Should I have? No, I should. Yeah, okay, thank you. I was like, wait, is this right? The decorations and colors. Oh, interesting. Okay. Spooky. You found another Halloween lover. I think actually I'm in the minority. I like the energy. This is going to be, I don't know how many lines we're going to need yet, so I'm not going to completely do this one because this one's going to be a little longer. Oh, hey, Sonia. You know, I will agree with that. That's so cute. Oh, that's such a good one. And then I'm so excited because tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern is another Classes with Caitlin live, and we will be doing our Define Your Year. I just wrote Classes with Define, but that's fine. It was supposed to say Caitlin, but you know what I mean. And then I'm actually going to do this. I think I'm going to need 2. And then this is my version of italics. That works. Okay. And then I'm going to draw the bees. These bees are absolutely, I'm so glad we did this. I'm so glad you guys encouraged the bees. The bee's knees. I don't know where I was taking this. Come on. There we go. That works. That's fine. Oh my goodness. Where are you going to move to? That's, you know what? Everything is always, things happen as they're meant to. Oh, Sydney, I'll talk to you soon. Yes, that makes so much sense. No more hail. And no, I'll never forget that. So you'll still hear about the hail. That makes so much sense. You guys love it there. That'll be an exciting chapter. I'm trying to decide which angle. Oh, congratulations, Spooky. That's going to be amazing. Can I ask what pushed this move? Hey, Giselle. Totally fair. That makes sense. Oh, that's so exciting. So now that's going to be a new goal for you to set up. find a home that's meant for you. Oh my gosh, absolutely, because it's so exciting. That's a big chapter. I might not do the bee with this one too, because I feel like then I want to do a sunflower at some point. Like, then we're just getting, so I'm going to leave that one a little up in the air for a moment. A little bee. There we go. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. What was really funny was, so this was for a friend. Their family has like a little house there. And I went for the first time last year. And it was absolutely horrific because the beach, for some reason, just had a ton of bugs. Like, I don't know what happened. There was a storm the night before. So it was a nightmare. So we were all joking because this year there was none. So it was amazing. But if there was any, I probably wouldn't have been able to go again. Like, I couldn't do that again. The water was cold, but I actually went swimming a lot. I feel like once you live in New England, cold is kind of like relative. So like compared to what it could have been, it was warm. Like, you know? I guess it's this is not at 1 o'clock. Why did I put 1 o'clock? Oh my goodness. Hold on, you guys. Sorry. My classes are always at 3. I don't know what I was thinking. I have to change that. I'm so sorry. Yes, it will be. I need to make sure to comment that on our video that I posted because that is not correct. This is at 3 o'clock, you guys. So make sure to know that. That was totally my bad. The event is made too, just so you know. No, I just want to make sure that no one thinks it was. Like, I want to make sure that I need to just make sure to update that for you. The event's made, though, so it will notify you at the correct time, but yes, that's the key. I'm going to do some bees, but we're going to do it a little differently, I think, because I want to leave enough room for some sunflowers, too. This looks like a dinosaur, like a mini dinosaur. This is a baby bee. How's that? And then we're going to go over here, and this will be our other classes with Caitlin. And then this will, like, 3 o'clock. And then we're going to just, for italics, I just slant the paper and write at an angle. Okay. And then no, okay, you want to hear something so funny, Christy? The honeycomb theme is really hard. So honestly, don't even feel bad about it. Like, don't give it a second thought because I'll show you what I did once on here. And I remember I did not like it. I don't remember when it was, though. That one. It's hard. Okay, so this was, like, not, quote, like, honeycomb, but, like, it was a little bit. So don't even question, like, don't even give it a second thought. It's hard. Honestly, you learn what you like, and that's what's important. So now you know, like, you don't really like drawing them, and you probably won't draw it again. Unless you want to challenge yourself. And this will be our last live for that week. Okay. So now we get to go in, and the next thing I want to do is add a positive affirmation for the week. The reason I love doing this is because this gives your mind something to focus on. I forgot the ears on this one, or whatever, antennas. So for this, I'm actually going to grab That's funny. Alexandra said, I need a planner and a personal assistant to fill it out and tell me how to live life. I always joke that this is my personal assistant, to be totally honest with you, because it is based on everything how I want to live. And so in the beginning, what's really crucial is that you have that opportunity. I'm going to grab that B5, is that you have the opportunity to live life how you want to live, because that is such an important point right there that you made, that you wanted to tell you how to live life. But instead, I want you to tell you how you want to live life. So you are going to even have self-reflective prompts and then your mission statement where this is how you want to live. Because if someone else tells you, you're not going to align with it. You're not going to want to reach those goals because they're not going to align with that person that you want to be. And that is truly so important to remember, that using a planner, it's not just about checking off these boxes. It is about figuring out what brings you joy. It could be reading. And so you like to list off all the books that you read. Give yourself a goal each month. And also when it comes to figuring out how you want to live, that's where I recommend setting up the mood tracker. I'm going to go ahead and flip back to the one that we're currently doing because this one is set up for July. And so you get to see, okay, how do I want to live? You can make it as simple as you want, or you can add in color and have some fun. This is going to, I challenge myself for a 6:30 wake up, to go for a walk every day, and to do 5 push-ups a day. Now, each of these you can see where I'm checking it off, and some days I'm not. That is also okay. It's that recognition of what's working and maybe why it's not working. So this is truly my personal assistant, because anytime I need to make a plan, I come back to this. I see, okay, so if I have a live schedule on Tuesdays and at 7, every Monday at 11, I know no matter what, I'm busy at that hour. And then on a weekly basis, you get to come and join us on these lives. Be a little consistent. Challenge yourself to show up every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern on here. Bring your planner and set it up with me. That is what this is about. I do it every single week. And the next step when setting it up is filling out a positive affirmation. So this one right here is going to be our number 7 in your cards. These are the positive affirmation sticker sheets, and I'm trying to find one this week that aligns with, I think, joy, feeling positive, and focusing on the fact that I am capable. You can have it align with your goals. If it's a health and well-being, hey Andy. Motivation is a great one. What was ours for last week? I just want to refresh everyone. I am not my thoughts. Oh, thanks, Alexandra. Oh, I am not my thoughts. That's a great one. That really challenges us to remember that our thoughts are not facts. So what I want you to do every week is to find a positive affirmation that aligns with how you want to feel this week. There's different options here. So every sheet is going to be a different category. You could do, I can help someone else today. I am thankful for new experiences. Ooh, I like this one. I am strong, confident, and motivated. Love them all. Yes, I do too. It's really hard to narrow it down. One that's really resonating with me though is my mind is strong, or I feel in the present, or I am fully present. I might go with I am fully present. One, because I like that it, oh my gosh, wait guys, sorry. I'm jumping around a little bit. I have to do a sunflower one. Who am I kidding? I choose to focus on the positive. You'll notice that all of these have such a consistent design across of them. So that way, no matter what, everything's cohesive. I am worthy of my dreams. That's a good one too. Yes, sunflower. Oh no. I choose to focus on the positive. I strive for joy, not for perfection. Ooh, I like that one. That's it. That's the one right there. I strive for joy, not for perfection. This is what we're going to do. So I'm just going to pull that one off. What is everyone's positive affirmation for the week? Let me know what you are choosing to focus on. And if you need help coming up with one, I am more than happy to do that. We're going to go with I strive for joy, not for perfection. So take that with you if that's helpful. I really like that. Focusing on finding the joy. So whenever you are finding yourself, amazing, it's ours. Yes, Rachel, that aligns so well with the goals you were trying to make. Because yes, you are so capable, girl. Yes, it's such a powerful one. I wanted to do little sunflowers, or just little dots, right over here. Every week you are also going to have a quote, and it's different. So I just wanted to take a moment and read this one. And it says, the most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. I loved that. So I wanted to make sure I highlighted it. And I wanted to stick with that sunflower yellow. So I grabbed just like a glitter pen that I have. And we're just going to highlight this right over here. I love that. It's bringing such good energy. Like, this is what we needed. Next, okay. The first thing I wanted to do was schedule in. So the way I always do this is we have our weekly action items over here. And that is how we are going to reach our goals that we set. So this week, again, we are focusing on fitness with that weekly action item of daily walks and trying to exercise 3 times this week in terms of lifting. And so the next step is to take a step back and look at your schedule. So here is where my lives are, and these are like the main things that I have going on. And so I'm going to schedule in time to go for a walk each day. To do this, I'm going to draw a sunflower next to it. And I'm also going to use this same yellow, so it's a little bit of that color coding. You'll see that consistency right over there. So this morning I did not go for a walk, so I'm going to go for one like right at the end of the workday. So let's just schedule in a walk. And I think I actually have a really cute idea that I wanted to try to do. I'm not going to take up too much space though, because I always like to have a to-do list in the afternoon. So actually we're going to go just like this. This will be our walk. And then tomorrow, I know myself, a part of planning has to do with understanding how you work best. I'm not going to want to go for a walk right here. So instead, I'm going to go for a walk in the morning, and I'll do a little exercise right down here. And so I'm just going to write exercise. And this is how you make time for your goals each week, so you can make that progress over a long period rather than just trying to jam it all into 1 week. It's that slow growth that keeps you consistent, and that allows for long-term results. And then here, I'm going to do it. When do I want to do? I think I'm going to do it in the morning, both of them. So we're going to do walk here and exercise, just because I have a lot to do Wednesday night in terms of personal stuff. And you guys will see the sunflowers come into play. It's just sunflowers can be kind of big, so I didn't want to use those too much with our color coding. I feel like that would complicate things. And then I did want to go for a daily walk with that exercise 3 times. So you can see 1, 2. So that means, oh, you know what? Looking at this, I need to also do it Monday. So actually today. So I should take some time to do some exercising at the end of the workday. Otherwise, I won't be able to fit it in. And then a lovely little walk right over here. And then the same thing for Friday morning. That's why having these dividers is so helpful, because you can break up your day based off of, okay, what do I have going on in the morning? Separate from the afternoon and the evening, because I personally like to go by my energy levels and how I work best. So if you are someone who is a morning person, I want you to do your hardest, most time, or most, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Most task requiring in the morning. So that way you can check it off and you know that you are at your highest self in the morning. That's going to be a key difference. I wanted to take a look at the different sunflowers I want to draw. Oh, here comes the sun. That's adorable. Wait, I should so do that. I had a little quote that I found too that I want to add, and I really like this type. So we are going to incorporate those. Before we get to do that, I want us to, let me just push this over a little bit. I want us to add in our other tasks for the week. So, throwing the pen. So to-dos, those are going to be our top items, things that have to get done this week. They cannot be carried over any longer. And when it comes to what color to pick, I do a little color theory in terms of to-do. I always write in a red Pilot G2 pen. You'll literally see it every single week. It's red. Because that creates a sense of urgency. So first, I'm going to write just digital. Also, donation bag, drop off. I cannot forget to pack my tripod to pick up some dry cleaning. And YouTube. Okay. Then I have a separate list for my work reminders and my personal reminders right over here. For that, I do a color that goes with the theme. In this instance, I am afraid that if I do a yellow, it's not going to be readable enough. So I was thinking going with an orange because it still gives that same energy. Oh, you ended up doing 2 sunflowers and 2 bees. That is perfect. Wait, I'm so excited. I'm glad you did the same theme. That's so fun. I can't wait to see how it looks. Oh, and for anyone on here, you guys, every week, I always ask that you guys send in either on TikTok, you can tag and post a picture of your Defined Weekly Planner spread, or send it directly to us on IG. And so as August comes around and you start to set up your planner, keep that in mind. And I'll remind you. For work reminder, this is more of a long-term thing. You don't need to do it right away, but it's something I want you to do at some point. So that's going to look a little different for everyone, what that means. I cannot believe that we have almost finished out this entire planner. That's crazy. I feel like we just were starting it. And then I actually do the same color for work and personal reminders. I just like that consistency, and I've found that I just like the way it looks. And so again, those are things in your personal life that need to get done at some point, but they're not urgent. And okay. Now, I'm actually just going to highlight those in an orange. I want to grab an orange, like a light one. I'm thinking bright and fun. So what is this one? This is the, creative. This is orange in the Zebra Mild Liner pack. And we're going to go like that and like that. And then, you know what? We're just going to highlight the to-do one as well because it's fun, and why not? Now we get to add in some fun, but actually I take a step back. I like to add in my to-do list right over here. So I always in the Monday afternoon box add in a to-do list that I set up, and that is going to be the things that have to get done for work in particular. They're like my little priorities of the day. So for that, I have an idea in my head, and we're going to see if it can happen. I want it to say, it doesn't have to be crazy big because it's going to be just top 3 to-dos. So we are actually going to do a half of a sunflower here. just like this. And then we are going to, in a black Sharpie pen is where I'm going to outline the sunflowers, just like so. When we doodle, I like to emphasize that it's not about perfection. It's truly just about enjoying it. That's what matters, okay? So don't be too critical on yourself. I also just wanted to see how I did in terms of, okay. That's what I thought. So I did do it right. I just like to refer. What did they do in here, though? They did add dots and lines. Okay. I will go and add in, first I'm going to take our Click Art zebra pen. And I'm going to color in these ones, this one. And then I'm going to color in the back ones with I think a little deeper of one, if I can find one. And we're also just going to go like this. I'm going to grab a darker brown. And that's okay. Oh, you know what? That feels kind of ironic, if you ask me. So I kind of love that. I know to you it might drive you crazy, but I think that's kind of incredible. Because it's the exact reason why nothing needs to be perfect. So that's kind of funny. Yeah. Sometimes it takes saying it out loud and someone else to be like, wait. That's hysterical. I don't have a deeper yellow. How can I get a deeper yellow is a great question. Maybe just like a little orange. Oh, here we go. I lied. I did find a random one that I have. This will be, I think, a little... Okay, perfect. This is actually exactly what I wanted. And then I am going to take... I did not get out... Oh, yes, I did. This one right here. And I'm going to add in a little stem, just like that. Not a stem, a little leaf. But I'm also going to do it up here, even though I know that might not make quite a lot of sense. I wanted it because you'll see why. I wanted to then add in and then I add those in the afternoon, and those are my top 3 priorities. What has to get done. Okay. Now, in the projects box, so this week I don't have a specific project that I'm working on. So I wanted to add in a little quote, and I wanted the phrase to be today, I create my own sunshine. I create my own sunshine. So how do we want this to look is a fabulous question. I am thinking that we do a sunflower kind of like here, but in the back or on the, oh my gosh, no, I got it. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I am going to take our black Sharpie pen and we're gonna draw the part of a sunflower here. Just like so. And then we're gonna add in the in-between petals. I also want to go back and just go like this. And then, hey Aubrey. I actually wanted to switch, so these back ones will go like that. And these will be a little darker than the front ones, Just not by much, but just a little bit. And then we're going to grab that click art pen. I just like the noise. Like, I think that's so fun. Little things, you know? And then, okay. Now I want to grab that darker highlighter and just like we did up here, just add some dots. And then I wanted to use the color one, the gel pen, and I wanted it to say, I create my own, be the sunshine? I'm going to say be the sunshine. I almost wrote B as in B-E-E. Be the. That's literally what I was picturing. So it's really fun when things actually work out the way you expect them to. And then I feel like I shouldn't have added those leaves, but I did. So we're just going to embrace it. I don't know why I did that. Should have left it, but that's okay. I'm not too mad about it. Okay, next, let's add in our meals for the week so that way we can get that out of the way because it's always like the dreadful part of the week, you know? No one likes meal planning. I feel like that's niche if you do. So I'm going to start by going back and doing what I ate yesterday. So 1 pan lemon chicken. And then a salad bowl tonight. I like to throw it in. I love a good bowl. It's easy. It's simple. This will be like rice and chicken too. And then on Tuesday will be a taco bowl. And this way you can use a lot of the ingredients that you have in your fridge already. Wednesday will be like a pasta. So pasta plus, I'd say spinach and mushrooms is what I have. That's what I got at the grocery store. Spinach and mush. And then Thursday, yum. Thursday we'll do a stir fry. Friday will be a soup and grilled cheese because I was craving that. I don't know why I'm craving it. And then Saturday will be a wedding dinner. So, and then we are going to add in some doodles as well to really brighten this up and make it more of a sunflower theme. Because right now it's not giving fully sunflower. It's giving a little yellow. And I just want to level it up even more. Oh my gosh, I don't know what got into me, but I just started like craving it. Like yesterday. And now I can't get it out. There's nothing worse than having a craving. Why isn't this, hold on. What's happening? Okay. To winning, I feel like we're always on the same page. I'm going to grab a pencil, I think, for this one. If I have one. Where did I put that? Okay, guess we're not going to. We're going to full send it. And I'm going to do these down here. But I'm going to start with the stem. Actually, I'm going to start, hold on. No, I'm going to start with the top. Let's see, how do I want to start this? Probably the vase. Taper it off and then we're going to this was a cool color. I liked the look of the rounded base for this. And then then we're going to do the sunflower. So for this, I'm going to do a rounded oval there. And I want this one to look like it's going towards the sun a little bit. So we are going to I know technically these would probably be flipped over, but I didn't really want that. So just like this. Okay. That looks a little weird, but that's okay. We're going to embrace it. It doesn't need to be perfect. If I tell you guys that, I have to tell myself that. Okay. This will be fine. Then we're going to color it in. We're going to do these all like this, and then I'm going to go over, potentially, with a darker color. Falls in line with the affirmation. I strive for joy, not for perfection. Oh my goodness. You know what? Thank you for that. This is why having an affirmation is so important that aligns with you and your mindset, because that way you can shift it. I wanted to see if I could add a little. There we go. Just like that. I love a little glitter pen, gel pen. And then we're going to do another one in the middle. I don't know why I made this so much smaller. That's okay. Again, not perfect. It doesn't need to be. It's just for funsies. And I also need to go back after this. And so you see here how I have like the walk, the exercise. I want to go back after to the fitness tracker, and I'll make sure to add those in as well. And that'll give me a little extra boost to accomplish them. I find that with myself, I like having that extra accountability. Your flowers are more kiki, while mine are more boba. That is absolutely hilarious. I love that. No. I know what kiki is. I feel like I know what you're saying, so it's funny. I've never heard that specific saying before. That's hysterical. Like, I get it. I don't really get it, but I get it, you know? Yes. That is actually hysterical. That makes pointy versus rounded. So wait, which one would I be? What is pointy versus rounded? Would I be rounded or pointy? Okay. That's hysterical. Huh. Interesting. I need to do some research after this. That's hilarious. I'm so, like, where does that come from? Who comes up with these things? And then I'm going to do a third sunflower because I feel like you need 3. You can't just do 2. But I want this one to just be a tad thinner of the vase. And we're going to do this one, so I want the leaf to be coming off of here. Because I wanted this one to have 2 leaves, actually. It's a sound symbolism. Huh? I am so confused right now. I need to look this up after. It's a sound symbolism. Well, I love a good symbolism. I'm just confused. But is that why, like, it just, like, you can kind of get it when you sound it? Like, when you say it, it, like, makes sense. I just, like, don't know where it's coming from. That's hysterical. Okay. I see. I'm picking it up a little bit. You'll catch me saying it on here now. That's so funny. The more you know. There's always something. There's always a new saying out there. Always. Always. Hey, Belle. Good morning. How are you? How was your weekend? Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I get it. That's a really good explanation. Thank you. Aw, good. I love to hear that. That's what I want to hear. And then just go like that. Perfect. I'm so glad you didn't. I am so glad you remembered. I love seeing you pop on here. I need to add more. Oh, Kelly. Hello. Welcome back. I wanted to add some fun stickers in here too. I need to first, let me grab the purposeful planning sticker sheets. Oh, did you hop off? Like, did it kick you off? I don't know what's going on sometimes. I think I'm going to use that one. I think. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Wait. Hold on. This is the one I wanted. Or both of these, actually. Okay. We're going to grab... Hey, Brooke. I think I wanted to grab this one right here, of course, because it has the sunflower. And I'm going to write that I'm going to a wedding here. And decide what color. Okay. And then I'll come back in after and write how it was. I'm sure amazing. And then I wanted to add in, oh, I'm going to add in this down here. I wanted just more yellow, to be totally honest. And so down here I need to pack badly. And then let's add some more sunflowers. And of course, any actual plants that we have, so. Great. Next week is August, you guys. I cannot believe it. So let's add that right down here in. I have a really cool visual for this and I hope it executes well. So let's try it. It wasn't anything too complicated. I just wanted it to see. That was it. Woo! Exciting. And then we're going to go. Do you? Oh, man. Well, you know where those are going. Oh, I guess this one ends. But in that birthday tracker. Isn't that the case, though? It's always like birthdays always end up together. Like, it's never just one birthday when there's a birthday. It's like 10. And then some months you have none. Like, I had 2 this month, but it's crazy. Oh, I read that one. So that's good. We can check that one off. This, and then I'm almost done those 2. And then the one other thing I wanted to do was try something different. So in right over here in this Friday morning box, because this is a sunshine theme and it's full of joy and happiness, I wanted to make a little things that make me happy list and just have it be a cute and fun spot to look to. So for this, I thought would just be a fun way to challenge ourselves to do something different. I'm going to grab, I wanted it to be a colored one, but not yellow because you can't read yellow. So we're going to grab the orange Pilot G2 pen. And this is just going to be a fun little gratitude spot, a reminder of what brings you joy. So first, we're actually going to write things that make me happy. Actually, I'm just going to write happy list. This was a new thing I wanted to try and see how it feels. So that way, when I refer to it, you honestly get that instant pickup of, oh, I feel a little more joy. Remember what to do when I'm feeling a little down. And I wanted it to just be like, I don't know how to explain it, so I'm just going to have to do it. But like coffee in the morning. I don't know why it just, so coffee in the AM, morning walks, reading. So book club also makes me happy. And so I just thought this would be a cute thing to try something different. What is it that makes you guys happy? Let me know. Write in the comments what you would add to your happy list. I recommend you guys try it. It's really nice. I'm actually really enjoying it. Ice cream, beach pizza. I also think laughing, that's my happy list. I don't know what it is. Laughing just makes everything better. Music and driving. So that's my little happy list right there. Reading, yes. Reading's on mine, as it should be. I love that. Traveling, amazing. It's like, it's those types of things that having a list, having something that you can turn it back to just makes a little bit of a difference. The next thing I wanted to do in here was add in this Sunday box like a quote and a doodle, and I feel like that's going to bring this all together. And so dancing, I also wrote dancing. I think we have, yours is probably a little more better of a dancing, but I love it. Teaching. It could be babysitting. It could be volunteering, working even. I wanted this to say, be like a sunflower, strong rooted and always turning toward the light. You know, you got to dance like no one's watching you. I always loved that saying growing up. I'm just trying to decide how I should do this. I'm going to do it like this, actually. And then wait, this is actually going to look so pretty. And then we're going to do a quote going over it. And then this was like this is going to be the last thing that I wanted to add to this weekly planner. I feel like I'm actually so happy with how this theme came out. And so, where did I put that? Okay. The quote, let's see. This is going to be like a sunflower. Strong. Rooted. And always turning toward the light. And then like that. Wait, that looks so cute, you guys. Wait, I love how this came out. This is amazing. Oh, Angela, welcome to the community. Wait, this is so cute. Aw, Angela, hello, welcome. Welcome to the community. I'm so glad you found us here. I am so excited to have you here. We do these every single Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern. I'm so excited. This is so cute. I love it. I might add one more sticker up here because I'm feeling like looking at this, I'm like, it's missing one thing over here to be a little... Wait, do what makes me happy. Do what makes you happy. That's perfect. I was only looking for a yellow sticker, so that's perfect. Let's see. Oh, and you grow, girl. This is absolutely everything. This is the, oh my gosh, I love when you find a perfect sticker for it. This is our empowerment sticker sheet, actually. And then I think that is absolutely the best way to end this. I love what we created here together. It came out so full of life and energy. Hey, Kathy, thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I love this. I feel it's just a little more poppy. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, Spooky. Honestly, it's like the highlight of the week. I look forward to these. These make Mondays exciting and prevent Sunday scaries because you get to look forward to these. You get to have that excitement. And you get to come on with some amazing people on here. I'm trying to just make sure that there's nothing else I wanted to add. The only spot would be down here. Aww. Yes. Isn't it so cool to be able to say that? I don't know what I was going with this, but I really like it. You guys vote for it. Bell every Friday. I'm always curious to see who is going to pick which theme. Spooky helped me come up with these ideas, actually. So if there's ever a theme that you guys want me to either do or add to a poll, just let me know. Because I am more than willing to do whatever you guys want to see for themes. As long as I can draw it. Even if I can't, I'm always willing to try something new. Add it to your planner. Sunflowers won by a landslide. Some weeks are closer than others. But honestly, I'm kind of glad because this one was such an uplifting theme. Yeah, they were such good ideas. Can't take the credit. I don't know where I was going with these, but I really didn't want to stop doodling. I just love it. Doodling mixed with planning, it's the best. Let's see here. And then we're going to go... Wait, that's so cute. I'm trying to decide if there's anything else to add. I haven't... What is it? Chibi animal. Let's see. Interesting. Oh, that's so cute. Dog Days of Summer. I love that. I might be using that for one of ours. Okay, wait, that's such a good idea, if you don't mind, Jenna. I am so stealing that idea. Borrowing. How should... I'm going to just add in, I actually really like how that looked, so I wanted to add just a little more over here. I already made an error, so that's okay. We're just going to fix it like that. Great. Problem solved. Okay. I will. Don't have to ask me twice. And then this will go just like so. And then one over there and one over there. If anyone is ever having a moment that they feel down, I want them to remember sunflowers in yellow, because you are immediately going to feel a little bit better. So, well, first, Angela, let me let you know too that after our weekly plan with me's, I always upload them to Red, so you can always go back and watch. But what I actually did here was, I'm going to start, so I grabbed this Sharpie pen right over here, and I started off with the vase. So I can do another one over here. And so I started off by drawing the vase, and I did have a reference photo because that helps me to be able to draw it. And I started off by doing a little circle at the top, and let's do the first one right here. So I start with the vase and I get that shape, just like so. Round it like that, okay? And then I also just added in a little one right over there to get that 3D look. And then the next thing is, I don't want this one to be, it can't be as big just because I do have the reminders here, but we're going to start by drawing the stem, which is just a thin rectangle with a little bit of a slanted bottom, so it looks like you cut it and put it into the vase. And then once you have that, I actually did a circle first to represent the center of the sunflower, followed by doing the big leaves. And so in this instance, I'll have it just look like that. And in between, you're just going to add in a couple little petals as well. And then you can add in a green little stem. And then to color them in, the first thing I did was in the center, to color in that circle, I used the Zebra Mild Liner. This is the copper color. I did a lighter one first. And what you can do after that, I actually don't think I did, was I took a darker one for the other types and I went like that. So let me show you in here what I would have done if I were what I wanted to do. Okay. I hope this is making sense. Then I took my yellow Zebra click art pen and I colored in the all of them, all of the petals. Then I went ahead and I have this gel pen, and it's a little glittery gel pen, and I just added it into the base of the petals to give it a little extra texture. Then I went ahead and I grabbed that Zebra click art pen and I colored in those two things right there, and that is literally all I did. And I also added a line here for a shadow. And that is how you can make your own sunflower in a vase. What I like about that is that it makes it so, because one thing, sunflowers are one of my favorite flowers, and I always loved them because they're so unique. I feel like no two sunflowers will look exactly the same, and they're just this beautiful reminder to keep growing towards the light, to focus on the joy and the sunshine of it all. And that is what is so great about doodling them, is that you don't need to worry about them being exact, being perfect, because that is not how a sunflower is. So it's kind of like people. None of us are there's no two same people, and we all are going to grow together towards our light and our purpose. Oh, I love how I added that in. Stickers are also a great way to go. You can never go wrong with a sticker too. But Belle, I bet you could do it if you wanted to. You're crafty. It's honestly just about basic shapes. And there's so many like tutorials out there. Oh, I love this combo. This pen is almost out of ink, I feel. And I'm going to need to get another one because I'm obsessed. Oh my gosh, I love that combo. Okay, I feel like it's not looking as good in the camera as it is in person. Aw, Belle, that's okay. Your planners look so cute. Yes, so I actually went ahead and recently, I think it was, I posted a pen haul. So I recommend checking that out, but these are the top pens that I use. So in terms of like writing, I use Pilot G2s. Those are my go-to. Just for like content, like for basic note-taking, things like that. For doodling, Zebra pens all the way. Zebra Mildliners and the Zebra Click Arts. These are the best. I have been doodling for, I honestly can't even tell you how long now, and these Zebra pens are the ones I always go to, and they also last so long. Like, you barely need to rebuy them. And then the third, or I don't know what number we're at, fourth, is this Sharpie pen right here. This is my time and true again. Favorite one for doodling, writing over marker. It's truly my favorite. I love that grains. That actually, I'm going to do that. Hold on. Let's just do some hearts right here. Great question. Are there any other questions that I can help you all out with before we wrap this up? I grabbed the wrong color, but that's okay. Hey, you know what? If it brings joy and if it brings helpful, it's going to help level up your planner. You're going to love it. And the one other thing I would recommend too is if you ever need to store them all, we have 2 planny pouches. And so what I like to do is, because clearly I like to stick to a certain color each week. So what I'll do is I'll take all of the ones that we use. And so in this instance, it would be this one, this one, this one, this one. The red pen, I always throw in a red pen because you never know. And that black Sharpie pen. And I actually just keep them in here. So that way if I'm on the go and I am taking this with me, or I'm even at my desk and I just need one of those pens, I know exactly which one to pull from. That way it keeps you on theme and you never have to think, oh, I can't add to my planner because I just don't have the right color. So whether you could go pink too. So there's 2 different colors, and that's just a little tip I have when it comes to trying to stay a little more organized and always have what you need on hand. What if I mess up whiteout? Great question. So to be honest with you, I sometimes embrace it because it's never gonna be perfect. And I don't love whiteout because I tend to be impatient and don't let it dry. So I just either cross it out, or another tip I have is there are erasable pens out there. Like there is the Frixion pens. So if you need to write something and then erase it, you can. So let's say you just wrote like define and then you didn't actually mean to write that. You could grab these. This is the only erasable pen brand I know of that I've used. And you can just erase it. But I think it's okay if it's not perfect. Or use pencil first. If you're drawing, you can use pencil. But I'm not too worried. Sometimes I think it's once we really are concerned with it looking perfect, then we lose that joy factor. And I never want to lose the joy when it comes to making these because it's truly such a joy and so much fun for me that it's so amazing. Oh, really? Oh, okay, neat. Well, in terms of like you need to white it out, or what do you think is causing it to feel messy? Because maybe there's a solution that we could talk about. Whiteout is always a great solution for people. I know I'm sure so many people on here use whiteout. Oh, spooky. I'll see you so soon. Thank you for being on here. You got ahead of yourself. Okay. Then I think erasable pens might help you out. That's going to be a great thing. Also, if you just cross it out, that might work. Because I think sometimes it's about that acceptance that it's okay if plans change. There's different symbols you can do. So let's say you were to flip back to this monthly. And let's say that, I'm trying to think of an example of what could work. What's going to change? How could I do this? Another thing would be a sticker. We do have stickers that could cover things up. But let's say, for instance, I'm trying to think of a specific example to help you. Because I get that feeling. Doctor appointment. Okay. So let's say you wrote it in let's say you wrote 9 o'clock doctor's appointment and you wrote it in a non-erasable pen. There's a couple ways that you could go about this. The first would be you simplify your life and you just grab a sticker and you cover it up. We also have writable ones. So you could actually write on this. Or you do exactly what Jenna just said. You just write happy, you just put a little smiley face. But to be honest, what I would often do is I would just cross it off. If it's not happening, if it's pushed a day, you could do an arrow. But like, it doesn't need to look perfect. It's all about, like in this instance, you could even color it into a cloud. Like, let's say you did that, or I guess we did a beach theme. So we're going to make it, you're going to make it into a little sun. Like, it doesn't need to be perfect. Maybe it's a sunset. You know what I mean? So it's just finding things that will work for you, because the planning, things are always going to change. Life's always going to throw a curveball at you. And it's about embracing those curveballs. It's about knowing, you know what? I am going to enter this month with as good of a plan as I can. But if things come up, that is okay. If things get changed, that's okay. I'm flexible. I'm adaptable. And it's that reminder that you have a plan in place to guide you. But when things go a little astray, that's okay. Oh, Angela, I just made 3 orders. Will be packed together? Well, first off, thank you. Second, it honestly depends on TikTok in terms of that. Sometimes they combine them, sometimes they don't, but I believe they should be, and most likely they will be packed together. So Nina, I hope that might have helped you a little bit to feel a little better. Sometimes too, so what I also do, that's great advice. Amazing. See, there's so many different ways you can go about it. I like that a lot. The other thing, what's really nice is if you wanted to, so these planners are going to take you starting in August. So if you are feeling that overwhelming feeling like I got ahead of myself and now nothing is actually where it's supposed to be, I want you to maybe start over. So grab the August planner and get yourself that feeling of refreshness, of a good reset. And that will help to honestly just make you feel better and move forward a little more intentionally. So that's another good way of, or a reason why I love having an August start planner. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I will be uploading this to Red once it's downloaded, so stay tuned for that. The whiteout sticker tape. So many options, you guys. I'm going to be back on here tonight, so 7 p.m. Eastern. And so I will see you guys all then. Until then, I want you guys to navigate today with purpose. So when I ask you tonight, how did today go? Were you in line with your purpose? You could say yes. Okay? A little challenge for today. Absolutely. I will talk to you all soon. Bye, everyone.